Hi, Linda Bowen here from StampingWithLinda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. Today is just a technique video, and I am using the Adorning Designs decorative mask that are in our new mini catalog. It is August 2021, and the mini catalog has kicked off along with our second celebration sale. So you want to head over to my blog, StampingWithLinda.com, and learn how you can earn the celebration items free, plus 2 tutorials this month from me. So just an added bonus. So again, I'm going to share a gilded leafing technique with the decorative mask. And so I've got the mask, and I've also got a piece of Very Vanilla, and I have our adhesive sheets, and I'm going to pull the backing off the adhesive sheet and carefully put that on my vanilla strip of cardstock. The thing is I like to do is to make it a little bit bigger than what I want it to be. Now I find the second piece is easier to come off this way, lining it up, and then I'm not touching that adhesive sheet. So just pulling it down. This technique is fun with our gold leafing. The gold leafing is very fine, and so I have it in a very large container, but you need to be very careful when you move it about because it will fly everywhere. What I'm going to do is set that aside for a minute because I'm going to go in with my pick a tool, and I'm going to, first I'm going to grab my bone folder, and I'm going to burnish the edges really good because I want to make sure that sticky strip or sticky adhesive sticks really well to my paper. So then I'm going to peel off the paper, and I find the pick-a tool works well for that. You want to make sure all of it is sticking down good. So let's grab the next piece. Like what I said, I'm going to be using that masking. And I have my embossing buddy. Now we used to carry embossing buddies. It helped when you were using the embossing powders so that it didn't stick anywhere. We do not carry the embossing buddy anymore, but you can use something with baby powder to achieve the same thing, like an old sock or nylon filled with baby powder. But I've got my embossing buddy, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to rub it all over that masking. The reason I'm doing that is because I don't want my sticky paper to stick to my masking, but I do want the masking to hold onto that sticky paper. You don't want to press real hard because again, we're going to pull it off and we don't want that sticky paper to stick to our masking. So I'm going to go in and grab that gold leafing and brush it over that sticky paper. Again, remembering this is very fine. No sneezing, no overhand fans. Move quickly, or excuse me, move slowly and not move quickly. And we're just going to brush that back and forth so we get a good coverage. Now when I go to pull the masking off, again, I have used that embossing buddy, but in the event that it does stick to my paper and pulls off some of that sticky, you can go in with your, you want to just pull it apart real slow. You can go in with your multi-purpose glue and add some glue where the paper may pull off. Just remove that masking very slowly so that you don't tear the paper. And you don't want to touch the sticky too much because we want to keep it good and sticky. You just need to be patient and move slowly with this. I see maybe I'm going to have a little piece there that's going to pull off. Again, that's another reason why it is good to make your paper a little bit bigger than what you may need. So let's start down here and see if we can pull this off. The idea is not to get that masking to stick. Just a little tackiness. Move slow. So far so good. Even pressure. But again, if it does pull off, we can go in with our multi-purpose glue and add a little bit of glue so that we can do the next step. Okay, got that. Of course, it is easier when you use a smaller piece rather than like a whole quarter sheet of paper. So we've almost got it here. We do have some bubbles, but like I said, we can cover that up. What we're going to do next is we're going to bring in our copper embossing folder. Now you could use any color embossing folder. You want to move that gilding away slowly. We're going to bring in our embossing powder and we're going to put our sticky paper into that embossing powder. And what happens is then the embossing powder sticks to the sticky paper. Let's see what we've got. It's also sticking to my spoon there. I've got more spoons than I need in there. Let's see how good of coverage I've got. Again, if we have some spots missing, we can just add, and we do. So I'm just going to grab my multi-purpose glue and just add some glue there. Not a lot. We don't want a glob. We just want enough for that powder to stick in those bare spots. Then what we're going to do is bring in our heat tool and we're going to heat set that powder. And just set that aside and grab my heat gun. Takes it a second to heat up. But what you have is the gold leafing stripes and the copper stripes. Go ahead and turn that off. Now let's go ahead and finish it off. Not that much left. You want to make sure all your powder is good and heated. So you've got that, and then you can have all kinds of little pieces left over from your cutting, but here's the card I created with that. So I just put the border across, then I used the copper foil and the hammered metal embossing folder and put the Blackberry Bliss suite, the pack that comes with that. That's also in the new mini, and our brushed metallic adhesive back dots, just to make a fun card, again using that technique with our gold gilded leafing and our copper embossing powder. Hope you've enjoyed this technique. Talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.